Welcome back to our channel, Mix of the Round. I am Stryno here with WooPow, and we had just done the video where we talked about gaming news, and one of the things that we came up with was It Takes Two. And I realized when we were talking about it, WooPow hasn't seen much gameplay footage of this or much about the storyline. So today I'm going to be showing him one of the videos that covers more of the storyline and how that interacts with the gameplay. And we're going to be getting his reaction. And we're both just going to kind of be enjoying the situation in the trailer here.
Oh yeah, it's a game that I didn't know much about until Stryno started talking to me a little bit about it. And I've done a little bit of research, but not enough to know what I'm really talking about. So I'm interested to watch the trailer and see what it's all about.
That Josef Fares certainly got my attention when he said $1,000 if you get bored of it. I know a lot of that's just boasting, and it is what it is. But seriously, when somebody believes in a project that much, I want to believe in it.
That dude, though, I think if you had a legitimate and said, hey, man, this game sucks, I'm bored of it, I think that dude would either...
I think you would. I think if you really were genuinely sincere, like, hey, look, there was nothing in that game for me, then he'd be like, all right, here's your $1,000. Don't ever play a video game again.
Yeah, he'd be like, here's your $1,000, or... let's go over here in the alleyway, and we're going to figure this out like men, one way or the other. But,
yeah, I like his views on the Oscars. I'm with him on that. If y'all seen the clip of that.
it's worth watching if you haven't.
Yeah.
All right, so this is what, official gameplay?
This is official gameplay trailer, but I think this one goes into the storyline.
Okay.
This is Josef Fares, game director at Hazelight, and I'm here to show you gameplay of It Takes Two. The game is a co-op action-adventure platformer with a focus on marrying the story and gameplay. You play as Cody and May, two parents that have decided to divorce. Of course, this upsets their daughter Rose, who creates two dolls that the parents magically turn into. And with the guidance of a cheesy love book called Dr. Hakim.
A cheesy love book.
I will help you fix
you probably own that, don't you?
Yeah, that's
you now control Cody
here.
and May on this crazy ride.
Reach them. We're tiny.
The amount of variation is insane. There are no similar scenarios.
Wow.
Every scene is unique. Whatever happens in the story will be reflected in the gameplay. Let me show you some examples.
Cool.
When Cody and May meet a gang of squirrels in their tree, May finds out that Cody let a nest of wasps move in. Now they are forced into a war between the wasps and the squirrels, using the squirrels' weaponry. Find the sap gun and the match gun to create explosions.
Oh, that's cool. I love how you get to work together to do that, though.
Or use them to weigh down objects and open new paths.
I'm getting spooky about it.
See, he was weighing down the objects when she was jumping across them. So yeah,
that's really cool. But you better like who you're playing with.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean, dude? If they screw up and you're like, listen.
If you're on the edge of divorce yourself, either this game's going to save your marriage or prove to you that it's time to move on. I agree with that.
Here's another example. This level is about finding Cody and May's lost attraction. They're given pieces of a magnet as a metaphor for their attraction. Use the magnets to push and pull your way through danger.
That's a cool concept. I like that.
Another level is their relationship to time.
You have no sense of time.
She is never.
I can't be in two places at the same time, can I? Oh, unless you want me to clone myself.
Cloning and no sense of time.
Cody can now control time and reverse objects. And May
like
can make a clone of herself to swap places.
Yeah,
Actually,
definitely.
Most of the levels in this game will have May and
Definitely
Cody
written from the
using a new
perspective
mechanic.
of having a
Depending
relationship.
on what character you're playing as, you'll have a different experience. And instead of having collectibles and other shiny we made the world interactive and fun.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
We also have a huge amount of minigames spread out throughout the levels for Cody and May to find
Oh, I'm a
and to
sucker for
compete with each other.
minigames, dude.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to compete and work together. Dude.
It's kind of like best of both worlds right here,
Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like it really takes into playing a game with, somebody and really makes a event out of it. Like it should be. It should really be something that's thought after. really well, and I think he done that. This guy, he's brilliant.
Man,
And lastly,
they
the
seem to
Friends
think
Pass,
about
you only need
everything.
to buy one copy of the game to play with your friends. Now, have a great trip,
Is that
and I
not
hope you
cool?
enjoy the
Huh.
game. I know you will.
Brilliant.
Boom!
That's pretty cool. Friends play free. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, that's a good way not only to play with a friend, but if you've got a friend that may not necessarily be a gamer or something, be like, hey, dude, look, you ain't got to pay me a dime. You just play this game with me and
I'm
see what you
thinking. I'm thinking if somebody's single and on Tinder, they're like, okay, before we even go out,
Hell, man.
before we even go out on a date, we
Yeah.
got to play It Takes
Yeah.
Two. And if we make it through the first few levels, we'll have coffee or something. I think it could save a lot of people a lot of time.
Wow. You may be onto something here, man. That could be. Okay, so I see your point. I think but I could see you and I playing this game and having a good time.
Oh, yeah. And I really like the fact that, like, you can play through it once and then switch people
True.
and play through it again and see how, because.
See how they see what what issues they had or what obstacles they had to deal with.
Yeah, so I think the replayability, you can at least play it twice and switch
Yeah.
characters.
and all the mini games. I mean, he didn't say how many mini games were in it, but
It showed 3 or 4.
yeah, it did. So that right there alone, and if there's different ways to play the mini games or maybe not leaderboards, but time stamps that you got to get past something, I could see that being replayed over and over as well.
Something else I'm thinking about with this game? I think when my children get into a fight and they're having troubles getting along, I should just throw them in the room and make them play this game together.
That's a great idea. I do that kind of with Mario Kart.
So either they come out in a better place or one of them doesn't make it through the night.
I mean, either way, the problem is solved.
Either way,
I'm with
problem
you.
solved. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Anyways, It Takes Two. I think it's going to be fantastic. I plan on covering this as it moves forward because it's really an engaging game. I think he's dotted out, and he's really had the gamer in mind when he built this game.
Oh, that's the thing that sticks out to me the most. I think is the fact that he took out the monetary side of it by letting a friend play it for free. I mean, he's not worried about just making all the money. But
Yeah.
there doesn't appear to be a lot of extra crap to buy. Like some
Oh no,
games.
yeah, it's not going to. EA's notorious,
Oh,
and
geez.
finally, this gives EA a chance to make a game that doesn't include microtransactions.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the word I was looking for, microtransactions.
And something else with any game like this, it's meant to be played with multiple people. So if I buy it and then Wu Pao plays it with me, and then he likes it and he wants to play it with his significant other because he thinks he'll buy it, and them two will play it together. And if she wants to play it with one of her friends, and that's where I think the brilliance come from.
I would like to see her and I play this together.
I would like to see it. I think our fans deserve to see you and her play this game.
Someone is going to get punched in the face. Someone will get punched in the face.
I
feel
think
it's
Joseph
probably-
Fares should pay $1,000 if y'all make it out alive.
I'll take that.
I think that's
Okay.
I think that should be his challenge.
I'm game because she may need the extra $1,000 to bury me whenever it's all said and done. So
No.
it's fair.
Me and my wife, we're always looking for games to play together, and this being a platformer, 2-person co-op, I'm in love with it already. I know it's kind of rom-com-y, and it's not blood and guts like we're used to covering, but at the same time, it's all about the experience, and it seems very family-friendly.
Yeah.
Me and my daughter can play this. Me and my son can play this. My son and my daughter can play this. I think it's a great cooperative game that should help bring people together.
I agree, and it's something that's kind of fresh. It's not been over and over and over and over.
No,
done.
this is a new experience. I don't think you've played anything. You had that other game where they break out of prison and they have to work together, which when me and Wu Pao saw that, we thought, oh, this would be a great game for me and him to play.
It looked
But
cool.
to me, this one tops that.
I think so too. I mean, it may be kind of one of those things where we play this and be like, look, this dude's game was so good, let's see what else he's got, and maybe play I think it's The Way Out or something.
The Way Out, yeah. So, yeah, I can't wait for him to make more games. I'm going to buy this just so he stays in the game genre.
Fair enough. That's right.
Josef Fares, It Takes Two. Check it out. Anything else to add to our video? I think we covered it all.
I think they covered it all.